Okay, a few years ago, there was a big deal about having the most unusual pet in the world. And this guy decided that he wanted to go to Africa and get the great golden orangutan. So he hired this guy who swore that he could catch any orangutan that he could find in the jungle. So he gets to meet this guy, and he sees he's got this truck. One of his cages in the back, and this shotgun, and this little chihuahua with a huge head. And they're driving down the jungle, and they look up, and there's a yellow orangutan. The guy says, "Hey, I need a little practice. Do you mind if I stop and, get this orangutan?" "No, go ahead." So he goes over to the tree, shakes the tree, the orangutan falls. Little dog runs over, bites the orangutan in the balls. While the orangutan's screaming, he throws the cage over and throws him in the back. The guy's sitting there thinking, wow, that's a great system. He's got to try one more time. Blue orangutan. Okay, walks over to the tree, shakes the orangutan. Orangutan falls. Little dog runs over, bites him in the balls. Throws the cage over, throws him in the back. Fantastic. He's thinking, I wonder what the shotgun is for, though. So they're driving down, and there, in the mightiest tree in the forest, is the great golden orangutan. Walks over to the tree, shakes the tree. Orangutan doesn't fall. Shakes a little harder. Orangutan still doesn't fall. So he shimmies up the tree, shakes the tree. Orangutan doesn't fall. Climbs up a little higher, shakes. He can't get that orangutan to let go. So he climbs up right underneath the orangutan, shakes really hard. Orangutan looks down at him, whacks him, knocks him out of the tree, and as he's falling down, he yells, "Shoot the dog!" Two peanuts walked into a bar. One was assaulted. Dyslexic walked into a problem. Mahatma Gandhi, the Indian guru. He was a vegetarian, which made him a very slight fellow. It also gave him terrible, terrible bad breath. And he never wore any shoes, so this gave him very impressive calluses on his feet. All of this made him a supercalifragilistic or halitosis. Two friars opened up a florist shop, and they did astounding business. It turns out people really like buying flowers from men of God. Well, the local florist shop across the street was losing all this business. So he went over to the friars and says, "Guys, you got to help me out here. I'm losing all my business. What do I do?" Like, "Well, we're sorry, but we're making all kinds of money for the kids in the church. We're not going to close up." So the local businessman says, "What do? I know. I'll hire the roughest, toughest man in town to go work over the friars so I can get my business back." So he hires Hugh McTaggart. Hugh McTaggart naturally goes over there, beats up the friars, rips up their shop, and they're out of business in days, proving that only Hugh can prevent florist friars. Oh, did you hear about the new blonde wig? Comes with an automatic IQ reducer. Hey, how do you put a sparkle in the blonde's eye? Shine a flashlight in her ear. There's this blonde driving down the road in a red Corvette. She looks off into the field. And there's this other blonde in a rowboat, rowing in the field. So she jumps out of her car, stands at the edge of the field and says, "It's blondes like you that give all of us blondes a bad name. If I know how to swim, I'd throw in and kick your ass." How do you tell a blonde's been at your computer screen? Well, yeah, on the CRT. This plane's going to Hawaii, and this blonde gets in, and she goes and sits down in first class, and the stewardess looks at her ticket and says, "Man, you have a coach seat. Would you mind moving back to coach?" She goes, "I'm blonde, I'm beautiful, and I'm going to Hawaii." The stewardess is stunned by this. She can't get her to move. Ask one of the other stewardesses to come over and check it out. "Ma'am, would you mind, please? You're supposed to be a coach." "I'm blonde, I'm beautiful, and I'm going to Hawaii." Frustrated by this, the two stewardesses go to the captain. "Captain, would you help us out here? We got to get this blonde moved." So he goes over there, talks to her for a few minutes, whispers something in her ear, and then she gets this stunned look on her face, stands up and goes and sits back in the coach. And the stewardesses are amazed by this. So they go to the captain, "Captain, what did you do? How'd you get in the move?" "I told her that only the coach seats were going to Hawaii."
You know why it is that women don't fart as much as men? Because they never stop talking long enough to build up the required pressure. How many men does it take to open a bottle of beer? None. It should be open when she brings it to you. So there are a bunch of people. They're on a plane, a transatlantic flight. They're on the plane. Lightning strikes the wing falls off. The plane is plummeting to earth. And a woman back in the plane starts screaming, "Help! Stop! Somebody help me! Somebody help me! If I'm going to die, I want to feel like a woman again." And this tall Texan back in the plane comes strolling through. He's unbuttoning his shirt. He's flexing his muscles. She gasps. She sighs. She says, "Oh." And he says, "Can you wash this and then bring me a beer?" "Okay, your wife is knocking at the front door. Your dog is barking at the back door. Which one do you let in first?" "Well, the dog, of course, because he'll shut up once you let him in." "How do you fix a woman's watch?" "Well, you don't, because there's a clock on the stove." "Why is it that women have smaller feet than men?" "Obviously, so they can get closer to the sink." "Why do men fart more than women?" Well, because women never shut up long enough to build up the required pressure. How do you know a woman is about to say something smart? Well, because she starts the sentence with, I heard a man say. Scientists have in fact discovered a food that will reduce a woman's sex drive. It's called a wedding cake.
So my friend Benny was walking down the beach and he found this enchanted lamp. He rubbed the lamp like you might think he would, and out popped a genie. He said, I'll give you 3 wishes on one condition. If you ever shave your beard, all the wishes are gone and you will instantly be turned into butter. He was like, all right, I can get by without shaving my beard. So he wished for a house, for money, for a girlfriend, all that stuff. And he got it all, but one day he got really sick and tired of that beard. It was down to his knees and he said, you know what? That genie's long gone. I'm shaving it. So he shaved his beard and he was instantly turned into butter. So the moral of the story, is it Benny shaved? Is it Benny churned?